It should come as no surprise to anyone that I'm not a big fan of mobile games, and this is likely why they waited until I was sleeping to release the reveal trailer for Monster Hunter Outlanders, the latest entry in the Monster Hunter franchise for mobile devices. I haven't really watched the trailer or really looked up any information about Monster Hunter Outlanders, but I've pulled up a bunch of things that I want to talk about, and we're going to get into it in this video, so you're going to get my fresh reaction to whatever they have announced here, as well as a couple of more thoughts as we go through everything that I've found online about Monster Hunter Outlanders. So, without any further ado, let's jump right in. We're going to go straight to the trailer. Let me pause the music here and let's... Wait, how high resolution do we have here? Ooh, 1440p. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go ahead and check this out then. Timi Studio in Capcom. Huh. Okay. I have so many thoughts, but it's eating me up inside. I'm not even joking. That looked good. I can't believe I'm saying it. That looked good. You know what the problem is likely going to be? The monetization. They've made this thing that actually looks good, and I am so scared about the monetization of it. Not to mention, like, when you have something that looks this good, why wouldn't you at least make like a PC client for it? God, oh man. I mean, obviously we have those apps that I forget the name of it, but there's like those phone emulators that you can like get going, which would probably be something that I would consider if I was going to try this out. And let me make one thing perfectly clear. I am considering. So first, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to look at this trailer again. We're going to do the usual thing that I do with pausing and all of that. I'm going to give you my thoughts on that. And then we're going to look into some more overarching things that are happening with the Monster Hunter franchise, shall we? So let's take like a second look at this trailer. So first we see these peaks here. We got like some crystals growing out here. I almost feel like this is them teasing more of an endgame zone, because the vibe that I'm getting from this game is that this is going to be the open world type of Monster Hunter, which is a weird thing, because you guys are like, well, isn't that Wilds? No, Wilds is still very much, you know, it does have seamlessly connected locales and stuff like that, but in terms of structure, even though they've how should I put this, even though they streamlined a lot of the ways in which you start hunts and all of that stuff, it still has that, you know, that traditional kind of vibe to it, where you're going out on quests and killing monsters and all of that stuff. This gives me more almost Breath of the Wild vibes. And again, this is just from looking at this trailer. I'm not saying, oh, it's going to be like Breath of the Wild. But I've also been seeing throughout social media, because obviously, you know, I woke up, I checked Twitter, and I was like, oh, damn, open world survival Monster Hunter game for mobile. I know that the whole vibe of it is open world survival, because that's what people have been parroting on social media. But this feels like it would be an endgame type zone. Wait, what was that in the background? Like, what's this thing? There's like some monster there. Like, look, it comes in from the clouds here. Wonder if that's going to be like a unique monster to Outlanders. So then we have a hunter here, obviously cladding Rathalos set, obviously with the longsword, because of course the longsword would be the weapon that they would feature. Huh, funny that, huh? This looks like a new companion type of creature, kind of like your Palico, except he's a monkey. So in here we see them sliding on these zipline things. This is probably going to be something that you're going to be utilizing to navigate through the world. And they also show the hunter using like extensive use of grappling hooks, which, or maybe you want to call them like the slinger stuff that we already had in Monster Hunter World, right? Because you can grapple onto the beetles and stuff like that. So a lot of traversal being shown here. Definitely a Rathalos set. We also have what appears to be like a Kuluyaku set on the other character. I'm not sure if this is Kuluyaku, but it is definitely reminiscent of Kuluyaku. And in here it almost seems like she's got a Kinsect on her arm, maybe? Not sure. But I think that's the dual blade set, because I've seen people talk about it. This looks like some type of powered up Rathian. She's got like fire all over her. It's definitely not Dread Queen, because Dread Queen would be more like purplish. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with this Rathian. And it looks like she's in that endgame looking area that I was talking about. Oh, everybody's in the endgame looking area. This reminds me of that. Another thing that reminds me is in Final Fantasy XIV, there's this zone that's got like crystal outgrowths, which are also like orange crystals, near Ul'dah. So yeah. Yeah, this definitely looks like a Kuluyaku set. These are probably Kuluyaku dual blades, I would imagine. These look pretty nice. Outlanders. So here we get like an overview of the map, as you guys can see, right? This looks like it's an in-game render, because it doesn't look overly detailed or unreasonable or anything like that. So this feels like it would be their starting map. Well, maybe not their starting map, but one of their maps, right? That's the vibe that I get. This is like their forest type of map. Wait, what was that thing in the corner of the screen? This. Oh, those are the crystals, but they're inflamed by fire or something. We have an Anjanath here carrying around a great Jagras. Obviously capitalizing on World's popularity. We also have a Kelby here, as well as Tobi-Kadachi. This is telling us that it's got like day-night cycle. And then in here we have a scenario kind of like Wildspire Wastes. Makes me wonder, would this take place in the New World? I mean, because we have monsters from the New World. We have locales that are very reminiscent of the New World. Like, this definitely looks like Ancient Forest, except it's like some corrupted version of the Ancient Forest. Got these crystal outgrowths, maybe related to some monster elder dragon that is causing these type of things to happen, because they don't look as natural. They definitely stand out. Then we have the Anjanath here carrying the Great Jagras, and then here would be, wait, this wouldn't be Ancient Forest. It's got too much water on it. Or it could be Ancient Forest just with water, I don't know, but this looks more like a flooded type of area. And then in here we have obviously what looks like Wildspire Wastes. This is what's causing me to question, A, is this the New World? We also have Juratotus here. And then what do we have here? This looks like the frontier between the Ancient Forest and the Wildspire Wastes. And then some type of lava map in the distance. You can swim. Damn, this sliding attack is going pretty hard. Like, look at, not a sliding attack, but just like this sliding is going pretty hard. The frame rate kind of sucky. But like I said, I would probably rather emulate this on PC rather than play it on phone, because that way I don't have to rely on phone hardware. And you could probably use a controller, hopefully. I don't know how far along phone emulation is on PCs right now, because I don't really play mobile games on PC. Hopefully it's good. What's going on here? let's just check this out. Obviously, this is bow. This bow in particular looks like it would be Puke. Puke, maybe? I don't know. Because the armor doesn't seem like it'd be Puke Puke. And so far, everything's been matched, like in terms of armor and weapons. As you can see, we're still using the beetles to use the grappling stuff. Oh, man, this one's dirty. Like, doing this is dirty. You want to know why? Like, a lot of people that maybe got into Monster Hunter with Monster Hunter World will not be aware, but this is like a straight-up call-out to Monster Hunter 4. There's a Monster Hunter 4 trailer where you're doing this climbing thing. This feels like a straight call-out to that, but it seems like you'll be able to climb up ledges and stuff, which, again, I guess this might have also contributed to my initial impressions. I just, like, absorbed it subconsciously. But this is probably another reason why I was like, oh, it's going to be kind of like Breath of the Wild. Those are the vibes that I'm getting. Getting launched with a catapult. This, you're kind of losing me a little bit here. Yeeting yourself with a catapult. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, a destroyed ship. Several destroyed ships even. And this tree is definitely like, it just looks like ancient forest. Maybe it's their interpretation of the ancient forest. Maybe these are ships of the fleets that were coming to the New World, and they somehow crash landed here because of reasons that would be explained in the game. People are going to say that I'm obsessed with the New World because I keep bringing it up. Like, I brought it up talking about Monster Hunter Wilds, and now I'm bringing it up talking about this game. But I mean, come on, man. Look at the monsters that are in here, right? Look at the monsters. Look at the zones. Look at everything. It just screams New World. Coming soon on mobile. Again, I'm not going to lie. I was never that excited for, whatchamacallit, what was the name of that? Monster Hunter Now. I was never excited for Monster Hunter Now. And the reasoning was, it is by Niantic. I've already played Pokemon Go. I know how they do their monetization, and I knew it was going to be kind of disgusting, and that's why I never got into it. And then every single horror story that I've heard about it just kind of like justifies that decision for me. But I would be lying if I didn't say that I am super curious about this one. I am. I just am. It is what it is. I am interested in checking this one out. I hate myself because I don't like playing games on mobile, but this looks like it could actually be an interesting experience. Whereas the Monster Hunter Now one was not appealing to me at all. This one is. This one is appealing, and it hurts to say because like I was expecting, oh, I'm gonna look at that trailer because I didn't see the trailer ahead of recording the video. Right, I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna look at that trailer, and it's gonna be like something that's not interesting at all. And I looked at the trailer and I was like, oh, that actually looks cool. I kind of want to play that. Oh, I'm so conflicted. So let's talk a little bit more about a couple of things that I found interesting. Which is, as I was looking at this, I was like, okay, so what number of mobile game is this? This is the third mobile game that we've had in recent memory, because I don't know, there might have been other ones before this, but in recent memory, this is the third mobile game. Like, obviously, the first one that we've had is Monster Hunter Now. Let me go ahead and mute that. We have Monster Hunter Now that was released, which was something that was not particularly interesting to me. I've already explained why, but, you know, that was one of the ones that was released. Then we also have had Feline Isles Puzzles, which is basically Candy Crush Monster Hunter Edition. I was never a big Candy Crush fan, so I don't really care that much for this type of gameplay experience. So again, I was like, all right, you know, if you like this type of stuff, it's whatever. But an interesting thing that I've found is that none of these games is mentioned in the official Monster Hunter channel. which is interesting. Not even Outlanders, nothing. If you go in here, I was looking through, and you will see them mentioned in promotional materials, like say in Capcom's online program. I think there's probably a passing mention to it during sections of the thing or whatever, because they talk about Monster Hunter Now. I forget if they actually talked about it on this one, but I've seen promotional material for these mobile Monster Hunter games on here. So yeah, like see, we also have Bridge, but I've seen promotional material on here, but there's no dedicated videos. Like if you actually scroll back, there's no announcement to Monster Hunter Now. At least I couldn't find it. Maybe there was, and I just kind of like, you know, glance through it, but there's not official promotion of Monster Hunter Now or Monster Hunter puzzles or anything like that. They're keeping this channel very much just dedicated to base Monster Hunter experience. But anyway, I then went through and I looked at the website. There's not any information in here except for a sign up for the beta and all of that good stuff, which I will be signing up for the beta of this one, and if given opportunities I will check it out and report back on it, because this one I am curious about. Then I figured, okay, so what has Timi Studio worked on? And the mobile games that they've worked on before is Call of Duty Mobile, Pokemon Unite, which I know quite a few of my friends that have played Pokemon Unite, and they kind of like, oh no, it's pretty good. I don't know, I haven't really played Pokemon Unite that much, so I don't know if that'll be interesting to me or not. Arena of Valor, which is kind of like a League of Legends type thing, and Pokemon Unite is also a MOBA. Honor of Kings is another MOBA, so they're all in on the MOBA stuff. And there's a couple of more games in here, but again, I'm just not familiar with mobile games at all. So you guys in the comment section, if you happen to have played these games, you can tell me what are your thoughts on Timi Group. And most importantly, I really want to hear from people from this studio, because again, I don't play mobile games. If you've played any of these games, how is the monetization? Like, how aggressive is it? How pay to win is it? Like, what is the overall vibe when it comes to monetization with this studio? I really need your help, you guys. If you've played any of these games, type in the comment section down below your thoughts on the monetization so that I can give a solid look at it, okay? I really appreciate you guys for that. But anyway, I then just wanted to look at another article to see what else we've gotten in here. So I looked at this Jamatsu article. It says here, Timi Studio Group and Capcom have announced Monster Hunter Outlanders, a jointly developed open-world survival game set in the Monster Hunter universe for iOS and Android. It will be free to play with in-app purchases when it launches. Okay, this is one of my fears. What are these in-app purchases? A release date was not announced, but several playtests are planned to be held before the game launched. It's time for mobile players to fully enjoy what makes Monster Hunter one of the most beloved franchises in gaming, said Timi Studio Group producer Dong Huang in a press release. Monster Hunter Outlanders not only offers players an authentic hunting experience, but it does it in a massive open world featuring the community and social systems players are looking for today. Here's an overview of the game via Studio Group. Explore seamlessly connected fields, interesting, including forests, swamps, and deserts, and enjoy hunting anytime and anywhere on your smartphone. Not only can you utilize the environment's creatures and field mechanics to gain the upper hand, elements useful for exploring the game's vast open world like crafting individualized gear and tools are also being prepared. That doesn't really tell us much. This looks more so like art than an in-game render. You have Rathian flying overhead here. This is their ancient foresty looking map thing. This looks the Wildspire Waste looking thing. You see these crystals protruding here. I think this is going to be a key thing in the game's story for sure. This is a swampy area. I don't really see anything too special here. We have Anjanath here fighting a great Jagras in the swampy area. You see ships. This is them again, but in a different pose. We're going to have a paraglider, which is usually something that you get in most of these open world survival games. You get some form of gliding, which makes exploration more tolerable. Traditional Monster Hunter weapons while maintaining the core gameplay experience of the Monster Hunter... Wait. The core gameplay experience of the Monster Hunter series? Monster Hunter Outlanders has optimized its battle system to maximize enjoyment, face off against monsters while wielding the series' traditional weapons. What I read from this is simplified combat. I could be wrong, but what I read from this is like it's going to be a little bit easier to jump into, which in a way, this could very much work as a good introduction for people to then funnel into the mainline Monster Hunter games, which is why I'm not entirely against this one, so long as their monetization is not too aggressive. Now, it is important to mention, being a free-to-play game, you know, as far as I'm concerned, they have carte blanche to do whatever the hell they want because it's a free-to-play game. It can be as pay-to-win as they want it to be. You know, it is what it is. We have the light bow gun here. We have the bow. We have dual blades. And it's already revealing which monsters are going to be present in the game. So from here, obviously, we know that Rathalos is going to be in there. In here, we can see we got Paolumu plus Tobi Kadachi on the bow. I'm not exactly sure which dual blades are these because I don't really play dual blades. Wait, Lunastra. It's Lunastra, right? This tint of blue, this would be Lunastra. And then we have a Legiana set here, so Legiana as well. Odogaron, Kuluyaku, which we already knew. We have, oh, this is a Yangaruga. Yangaruga confirmed. At least it looks like a Yangaruga. Wait. No. It could be a Dread Queen. It's so out of focus. This actually kind of looks like a Dread Queen Rathian. Also, I don't recognize this sword. This looks like the Rathalos set, but the sword, I don't recognize this long sword. You guys let me know in the comment section down below. But this almost, what do you guys think this is? Yangaruga or Dread Queen? It looks more like Dread Queen because of the shape of her head. Yeah, it's definitely not Yangaruga, I don't think. Switchable characters. As you progress through the story, you'll encounter various unique characters. Not only can they become your allies, but you'll be able to control them yourself. It's a gacha. It all makes sense now. It's a gacha. It's a gacha game. It's a gacha. It has to be. And that's why these characters all seem to have like preset. Oh, is this a gun lance or a lance? I can't tell. I think it's a gun lance. My man looks straight out of like a wuxia type of setting with his gun lance over here. At least I think it's a gun lance. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a lance. But yeah, switchable characters. This likely means it's going to be a gacha. So we have the character here that was wielding the bow earlier, which is clearly rocking a Puke Puke bow. And maybe this is her Puke Puke set. Then we have the dual blades character here with the Kuluyaku stuff. Jesus, that thigh gap. These guys ain't joking around. Yeah, this would be the character that I'd play. Dude's got like friggin' Baroth looking gun lance with some cool little attachments and stuff. Reliable companions. This is the Monster Hunter series familiar feline companions. Monster Hunter Outlanders will introduce other companions who will join you on quests and assist with item gathering and monster hunting. So you have what looks like a Kahoot in here, the monkey looking thing, which is new, and a Palico, obviously. Yeah, this definitely feels like a Kahoot from Rise. Solo or multiplayer, partake in the traditional hunting experience where you can play solo or join a hunting party of up to 4. Alright. This one I will check out. This one I will check out. We have a couple more screenshots in here. Is this... No, this is the stuff that we've already seen. This is the stuff that we've already seen. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I'm curious. I want to check it out, and then I will make up my mind on it. It'll be interesting to see, but Wilds is where it's at as far as I'm concerned, obviously. But for now, that's going to be it. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe button, notification icon, all that jazz. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay strong, stay safe, peace out.